Okay, people, what's going on? So, I wanted to talk about YouTube's guidelines and double standards for reality and gaming videos. There's no distinction in the guidelines for this. It's just, I don't know how they operate things, but I'm going to leave a picture that you can look at while I'm talking, I guess, and you can look at the same thing that I'm looking at. And I'm going to start out with YouTube is not a pornographic, sexually explicit content place for posting videos. So what happened was I posted a video earlier, and it was a video of GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, a video game. And in the video game, there's strip clubs. And in the strip club, the video game characters take off their tops and they show their breasts. So, they took it down because they said it was inappropriate. So, I understand, like a lot of people will say right from the beginning, well, it's depicting, the act of strip clubs. And anyways, my thing was age restricted. It was over 18. So that shouldn't have anything to do with it in the first place. But that's beside the point. The whole point of this video is to understand the double standards of YouTube's own community guidelines between reality and video game content. Because it's contradicting itself, and I'm going to read it to you, and from that point, how it relates to a lot of other things, and there's far more explicit things on YouTube, and it's just very contradicting. And I'm going to go ahead and start off with this first. It's a bulletin point. We can read it together. I want you to look through it with me. It says, YouTube is not a pornographic or sexually explicit content place. If this describes your video, even if it's a video of yourself, don't post it on YouTube. Also be advised that we work closely with law enforcement and report child exploitation. Please read the Safety Center and stay safe on YouTube. So mine wasn't anything to do with kids. It was in a video game. It was restricted over 18 years old. It's a video game depiction, interpretation of the real thing. And this is where the lines are blurred in the guidelines between video games and reality on YouTube. And I want you to listen to the very next points that they point out that will not be tolerated on YouTube. Do not post any video showing bad stuff like animal abuse, drug abuse, smoking pot in GTA every 5 seconds, talking about marijuana proliferation, smoking a bong upstairs in Jimmy's room or whatever, Leroy smoking, or Lamar and his boys smoking blunts at his mom's house. I mean, how is a video depiction interpretation of in the game smoking and doing marijuana and doing drugs and trying, every 5 seconds I'm saying something about smoke weed every day, and all the videos and all the songs in the game are talking about smoking weed and Snoop Dogg and so on and so forth. And so it says drug abuse, underage drinking, and some smoking or bomb making. I mean, what underage drinking? I mean, I don't know how old his son is, but I'm for sure he has a bong in his room and he's playing video games. Okay, and the next bulletin: graphic or gratuitous violence is not allowed. So here's the point that I'm trying to make here. If you are giving me a guideline strike for a video game interpretation of a stripper dancing without her top, in an age-restricted video, then how do you not strike graphic or gratuitous violence that's not allowed on YouTube, that's depicted in video games, specifically GTA, that goes out of its way to be gratuitous in the highest form possible. So I don't know, how are you judging me on a video game nudes when you're not striking all these other channels that are showing people running people over in cars in the street, walking up to people, knifing them, shooting cops in their head, and killing dogs or whatever. You could kill there's tons of other video games. It's not GTA. There's thousands of video games out there that show graphic or gratuitous violence. And this is based on the fact that they took my video down because it was a video game. So if you're going to take that down and you're following your community guidelines, then you should take down all these other videos that are specifically in your bulletin that you're looking at right now. You see what I'm saying? You can't have a double standard on YouTube and pick and choose which videos you want to take down because this one meets the guideline, but it's okay to kill cops and run over pedestrians and knife whoever just walking down the street or whatever. You know, that is bullshit. You can't do that. So if your video game shows someone being physically hurt, if your video shows someone, it doesn't say video game, it says video. If your video shows someone being physically hurt, attacked, or humiliated, don't post it. I mean, that's the theme of Grand Theft Auto 5. Period. I mean, from top to bottom. So you're going to take my video down for showing breasts in an age-restricted video when you're old enough when you get past 18 to go to the strip club. But it's okay to kill somebody and depict premeditated, gratuitous murder in a video game that no matter what age you are, you're not supposed to do. That's like the 10 Commandments. But that's okay for YouTube to let that happen, and those guidelines are fine. Even though mine has an age restricted over 18, you see the point that I'm trying to make here? So, and then it says YouTube is not a shock site. That's all YouTube is a shock site. I don't even understand how that's even in the policy. I mean, will you just pick and choose? That's all GTA is a shock video game. Don't post grossed out videos of accidents. There's tons of car accidents, crashing planes. I mean, you can literally take a plane in GTA 5, a 747, and crash it into a skyscraper. So what are you telling me? I mean, is that not more powerful than going to a strip club and seeing video game breasts? Tell me I'm wrong. So, don't gross out accidents, dead bodies, or similar things, including shock or disgust. All GTA, once again. Respect copyrights, only upload videos you made of your own authorized, blah, blah, blah. We encourage free speech. That's what I'm doing now. Defend everyone's right to express unpopular points of view, but we don't permit hate speech, which attacks or demeans groups based on race, ethnicity, origin, religion, disability, gender, age, or veteran status, or sexual orientation. Which I've done none of that. I've sitting here to tell you exactly I'm reading their guidelines. So how am I getting a guideline strike when I'm making a valid point? I mean, the whole game of GTA is every other bulletin point below your pornographic, sexually explicit content. And I don't know how it's sexually explicit if it's restricted over 18 and it's a depiction in a video game. How is that overriding murder, premeditated, gratuitous acts of violence? I mean, you can't do that no matter what age you are. You're supposed to be a responsible, productive person in society, whether it's a video game or not. But yet, you want to follow the guidelines of a restricted age video, which it's okay. Society accepts that. You're 18, you could go to the bar and see breasts. Real breasts. But I'm getting strikes for video game breasts over violence depiction in a video game. How are you judging that? It's like ass backwards. Things like predatory behavior, stalking, threats, harassment, intimidation, invading privacy, revealing people's, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this, don't spam misleading descriptions, flags, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we all know that. But the point that I'm trying to make, and I've already made it 5 times in this video, you have to understand, YouTube is selectively following guidelines that they put in themselves and contradicting themselves. If it's 18 and age restricted, and you're old enough in real society to see real breasts, then seeing an age-restricted 18 or over video of video game breasts, then that should far supersede any of your contradicting counter bulletin points into the fact that you should never, regardless of the video, if it's of a video game or not, to have gratuitous acts of violence. And you have like 20 other guidelines that no one can meet because there's no age that you're supposed to do that. But yet, my video gets a strike because it relates to actual society events. That you're 18, it's restricted video, and if you want to, you can see breasts. That's the way it is in our society. But they want to give me a double standard and give me a strike. Tell me, and I'm posting the guidelines right here in front of you, and I'll even post a link. Tell me if I'm in the wrong. Anyways, till next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace! And I'm out.